Hello, this is a short introduction to System 1 and the home screen. Along the top of the screen we have the title bar, and this shows you which type of unit you're logged into, your name and role, the name of the unit, and where in the system you currently are. Directly underneath that you have the menus. You single click on one of the menus and it will show you all of the options within that particular menu. So these will help you navigate around the system. Directly underneath the menus you have the toolbar. There will be a default toolbar on your system, but you may be able to configure it if the practice allows. If you would like to configure your toolbar, you can right click and you will get the option to configure toolbar. It will come up with this warning asking if you want to continue to configure your own toolbar, and I will press yes in this case. And then it will give us the option of which toolbar we want to configure. I would like to configure the one with the large buttons, so I'm going to select it and then click Amend Button Set. And on the right we can see all of the buttons that I've currently got on my toolbar. So I would like to add in the Home button, so I can go into here and type Home and click Search. And I select the option I want to add and double click on it, and it has added it on the right side. And I can now click OK and OK again, and I now have an extra Home button on my toolbar. Going down to the bottom of the screen we've got the status bar. So the first section of the status bar is this search box or command line. If you're looking for something particular in the system and you're not sure how to get to it, you can search for it in here. So for example, if I wanted to get to appointments, I can start typing appointments in there and it starts bringing up the search results immediately, and then I would be able to select appointment ledger and it would take me to that screen. To the right of this we've got our System 1 counters, and you can see there's a little icon next to a row of numbers. So the first one is relating to pathology, the next one is relating to document management or scanning, the next one is relating to appointments, visits and tasks. So these give you an indication of any outstanding work that you have. There's a few icons at the end, but if you hover over anything in System 1 it should bring up a tooltip and that will tell you what that icon means. Okay, so looking at the home screen now, we've got this group of buttons over on the left, and again if your practice allows these can be configured. So just above the home screen buttons we have this button that says Configure Home Screen. And click on that and it's very similar to how you would configure your toolbar. All of the existing buttons are displayed on the right, and I can just go to the top of the centre section to search what I want. So I would type in my word there and then click search, and there if I want to add clinical reporting I can add it on the right. If I don't want it to be there and I want to move it up, I can just use my arrows and it will let me change the order. So I can click OK and I've got my extra reporting button now on the home screen. To the right of these we've got the preview pane buttons. So these aren't configurable, these are just default set by System 1 or TPP. The first one is changes. System 1 has an update once a month and the changes tells you what's going to happen on the next update. So we can see those there. So they're not specifically for you, they are pushed out to everybody. The next one is notify, so this will show you if you have any notifications. The next one is tasks, again this will show you if you have any tasks. The next one's forums, so there is a forum on System 1 and it will let users from different units go on and ask the best way of doing something or if there's a fault. And the last one is scanning, so this would show you any scanning or any documents that are waiting to be processed by yourself. So these just open up in the preview pane. If you want to go to the actual screen you can click on the button that appears on the right, or sometimes it's worthwhile having a button over on your home screen as well. To search for a patient there is usually a search button at the top left of your toolbar. You can see in this case we've also got one on the home screen, or there's also a patient search down here below the home screen buttons which we can use. We've also got F1 help. So if you want help with a particular screen, you can type it in there. So if you wanted help with appointments, you could go in there and type appointments and it will bring up appointment help. What is sometimes easier to do with help is go to the screen that you would like help for. So in this case, if I click on appointments, and you can press F1 on the keyboard and it will open up the help for that particular screen. So sometimes it's easier to do it that way rather than trying to search for the help that you want. So I'm just going to click on the X to get rid of that. And to get to the home screen, I can either use the home button that I added earlier, or I can press F8 on the keyboard and that will take me back to my home screen. You can see that I have a panic button on my toolbar. So if you feel like you need urgent assistance, you can press the panic button. It always comes up with this warning just in case somebody presses it in error. And then you would have to press yes if you did want to activate it. And if you did, a message will appear in the middle of everybody's screen who's currently logged in with your name and your location, telling them that you've pressed the panic button. So hopefully people would come to your assistance straight away. If you want to log out of System 1, to shut System 1 down completely, we've got the X in the top right corner. And if you click on that, it will say, are you sure you want to exit System 1? And you can press yes. If you don't want to shut System 1 down, but you're moving away from your computer and you don't want to leave it open for anybody else to come and look at something under your login, you can press F11 on the keyboard and this will lock System 1 out. When you come back, you can put your smart card password in and it will log you straight back in again. If somebody else comes up and they want to log into System 1 while it's in this state, they can just click New User and put their details in and it will allow them to log in and it will shut you down.